Early in my career, I was working in a transport company, and one of the first opportunities I had as the measurement consultant, which was what my role was to provide some advice to the safety committee. I was showing them for the very first time a graph that gave them the big picture view of safety performance over time. 2 years of time, in fact, 2 years of monthly measures of monthly values of a particular safety measure. I was excited because I thought these people are going to love it. You know, they've only ever looked at 2 points of data at any one time. They're going to just think this is brilliant. So I presented the graph to everybody, and to the manager of the safety committee, and said, look, this is amazing. This particular measure shows that we haven't changed a thing in 2 years. And I was waiting for everyone to agree with me and say, wow, that's really insightful. What can we do about this? But instead, the safety manager just howled at me. He literally yelled at me. I thought it was so unprofessional at the time. But he was telling me I didn't know what I was doing and that the measure was rubbish and my analysis was just wrong. And I was flabbergasted. I sat there in silence, just stunned, while the meeting continued, and tried to remain very professional. But at the end of the meeting, I went into the ladies' restroom and I just burst into tears. I was so shocked by what had happened. The whole situation had turned out completely the opposite to what I'd planned and hoped for. But as I calmed down, I reflected more on the situation and started thinking about it a bit more from the safety manager's point of view, and realised that I had not shared insights with the safety committee. I had shared the news that the safety manager hadn't managed to improve a thing, and even the notion that he was incompetent. So he was completely justified in feeling as defensive as he was in that meeting. What I learned from that situation is how important it is that we don't assume people are dispassionate about data and measures, that we appreciate that people do feel some kind of personal connection with what measures are saying, and particularly about what they're responsible for. And so what I would do is to collaborate more with decision makers in the information that they need and want and will use. So that means helping them get clear about the questions they have, helping them decide what information they'll use to answer those questions, helping them find the insights in that information and data, helping them to come up with ideas for how they might want to improve things as a result of the data, and how they can communicate or tell that story to their peers. So as an advisor, I work much more in the background now, and that's a lot more exciting for them. They have a lot more buy-in and ownership that way, and we all get the outcome that we want. I get to see great insights coming from data, and they get to experience that feeling of power over performance that good measures give.